opportunity you have ahead of you on Friday and what you guys want to accomplish on it?
Well, I think really excited about the opportunity. I think the girls are too. You know, Murray State is going to be a challenge. It's always a challenge on the road when you go on your first game and you have to go on the road and play. But I'm looking forward to it, and I think the team is. And we've been preparing and just trying to get ready. Murray State has three of their starters returning, and the biggest thing about I think their team is they love to score in transition. They love to score quick. They got 2 or 3 kids that can shoot the three. So we're going to have to guard in transition, and they also have some big kids. They have a junior college transfer that's 6'3", 6'4", so they got some size, and you know we're going to have to do different things and change up a lot defensively to try to make sure that we can be able to sustain what we're trying to do and play our style of basketball.
I know most coaches feel like there's never enough they can do to prepare for a game, but do you feel at this point that they're at a point where they're ready to go for when it counts?
I do, and I think that showed. I think the staff and I tried to put them in the best position that we possibly could, and doing the close scrimmage with the University of Louisville, and then coming back and having the showing that we had against Harding. And I think like you said, I don't think in any situation you can prepare. I have a young team, so my goal as a coach is try to get everything I can out of them in practice, push them to be the best that they can be, and then get ready. So when we get up there and we leave tomorrow and have a shoot around, we'll have practice here and then shoot around there Friday morning, and this is what all of them as student athletes and coming here to Western Kentucky and playing at this level, I think they understand and know that this is what it's all about, and we're all excited about it.
How much of an influence does Friday's win have on your team?
I think anytime when you can start out a season, especially from where the returners didn't win as many games last year, to be able to come out and get a win on the first road game would be awesome. But does it dictate our whole season? No. This is preparing us and getting us ready. Non-conference is always giving you the opportunity to get ready for the Sun Belt, and that's what we're doing.
As Danae, maybe what the most important thing the returners could tell the freshmen about preparing to play on the road from being exposed to that last year. For you, I guess what's really the thing you want them to take down there with them in terms of being ready for that challenge?
I think the biggest thing is the consistency and doing the things that we do every day. It's about us. At the end of the day, it's about what we do and how we execute and the things that we do. And I think that's the biggest thing. I've been talking to them about in practice, and we're working on a lot of things for us to continue to keep getting better. So as the season goes, of course, we're preparing. My staff is preparing, and we're preparing for Murray State. But we also have to turn around and come back here and play on the 17th, and then we got our first conference game against FIU. So every day is a challenge for us, but I think the biggest thing is consistency, playing hard, and the effort. If we bring that, then I told our kids and the team, and we talked as a staff, that I feel like that everything would take care of itself in that position. And we got to rebound the basketball. We can't go down there and them shooting shots and shooting threes and driving to the paint and us not rebounding. So we've really focused on those things, guarding the three-point shot, guarding the dribble drive, and making sure we can rebound.
Talk about working on the defense. Have you seen some big improvements this week in practice defensively?
I think I have, because we've emphasized a lot of different things, and it'll be that way during the season. We'll have to structure our defense to who we're playing against and what we have to go up against, and we'll use a lot of different tactics and different things that we have to do so we can combat our size and try to use some of our quickness, and I think our three-quarter court defense has been really good, so we're continuing to work on that.
I've heard you describe several players as being smart basketball players and being heady basketball players. How much does that help with what you're trying to do on defense? I know you guys are going to have to switch schemes a lot and go through a lot of different things. How much does that help knowing basketball IQ is pretty high with this team? It
helps a lot, and what we've tried to do and what I've tried to take away is let them play a lot on offense and not give them a lot to have to think about on offense. We're running our 4-out-1 in motion. So they have there's different reads in the motion offense. But on defense, that's where they have to put their thinking hat on, because you're right, we'll have to adjust in different ways, and with them being heady and smart basketball players with high IQs, it helps a lot, because I think in certain situations, myself and the staff are able to do different things and change up on the fly. and not just have to possibly practice those things, but can call a timeout in 30 seconds and change up something, and that's where that really helps.
Obviously, with your injuries, your bench is pretty thin. How challenging is it going to be, until you can kind of weather the storm, with a bench that's so thin right now?
It is. It's, in coaching, it's always adversity, and you have to prepare yourself and understand that. It's what I talk to our players about. I talk to them that every day they have to step up and be ready to go. And it is a challenge. What I have to do and my staff has to do is we make sure that every day that we're trying to make sure that we get everything out of them the best we can. But also we have to be conscious of that we only have 8 that are able to play for us, so we have to think about their legs. We have to think about, but I don't like to talk to players about that, about their legs, or we're shorthanded, or because at the end of the day, it's going to be 5 on the floor. What we have to do as coaching staff is make sure that we're maintaining and controlling the clock as much as we can with timeouts and everything that we need to do.
Does it affect how much you maybe push them during the week?
I don't know so much if it affects us, because we're really fortunate. We have a couple of practice players that are able to come in and help us. So I think what we try to do is, I'm still going about it every day as if we still have the 11 that are practicing with us. And I just want our players to understand and know that, we can fight through and get through whatever adversity we have. And so I just feel like that is, on the flip side of that, I talk to them about now they know that they're going to have the opportunity and a chance to play. Who wouldn't want to be a player to know that you're going to play and have the opportunity to get on the floor day in and day out?
You talk a little bit about Danae's way she's seemed to have changed herself and expanded her game a little bit.
I just think the whole thing with Danae, and she's one, and I praise her every day. She was one that I sat down. We had a conversation earlier in the summer, and just talked about how well she shot the ball, how some of the things she could bring to the table for us. And we talked about we was possibly going to go to the motion offense. And when we talked about those things, we talked about her possibly playing that small forward position because of her being able to, it's basically 4 guards in a post. And she just really took that opportunity and ran with it. And she's been unbelievable on the floor. She talks on the floor. She's another one that has definitely a high IQ for basketball. And she puts it to use, and every day in and day out, she comes and works and gives 110%. And I'm excited and really happy for her, because I think this is going to be a really good year for her.
Let's talk a little more about the injury to Kendall. Kind of confirm what's her status.
It's just basically, like I said, it's a stress reaction right now, not a stress fracture. We're just, treating it. She's on crutches and, getting treatment and, trying to take the weight off of her, her legs or her quad. And I think that's the biggest thing. And it's just going to be a timing situation. They're saying 4 weeks, and hopefully after a couple of weeks she'll possibly be able to get off the crutches, and then we'll go from there. So that's kind of Kendall's situation.
Anything else, guys? All right.